Guys, today we're going to be replacing the rear brakes on this 2018 Toyota Camry. I already done the front, so please check my video how I replace the front brakes and wheel hub as well. Very useful information you can find on that video, but today we're stuck with the rear ones. Vehicle currently have 200,000 miles on it, so I'm gonna go and replace the rotor on it as well. And let's go ahead and get right to it. For this job I picked up CarQuest parts. Now go ahead and remove these two bolts that hold in caliper bracket, and they are 17 millimeters. Okay, 200,000 miles. I'm surprised how good the e-brakes work. The only thing that we need to do is we're going to adjust them. I'm going to show you how. And on this pad right here, look, looks really nice. Just go ahead, clean all this really nice, and we can go ahead and install the new rotor. Alright, just remove the rotor again to show it to you how I'm going to adjust this e-brake. And basically you have a lever right here. It moves either up or down like this. That's how you adjust the width of the e-brake pushing on the rotor from the inside. And we're going to adjust it to the point where it's barely touching and it's slightly touching it, like slightly making a noise. That way your e-brake will be very precise and will grip perfectly when you need them to be gripped. Now you can adjust your e-brake from this hole, but it's much convenient for you now to do this while the rotor is actually off. This hole is basically meant to adjust your e-brake when your caliper is already installed, everything's installed, and you just need to do some minor adjustment without removing it. But this method is much better. You just move this around like this until you can hear that it's gripping, and you can adjust some more. And you see right now it's really tight, so I'm gonna back off like that, but two more. Alright, and I think so from this point it's fine. It's slightly rubbing just a little bit, and that's absolutely fine. They will shim it off a little bit as you drive, but that way your e-brake will be gripping perfectly when you need them. Now let's go ahead and clean brake caliper bracket. We're going to remove and replace these old hardware, and of course going to clean the pin and relube these pins, because I'm pretty sure they haven't been touched in all this time. Not actually bad at all. Okay, so the caliper is now clean as it can be, and very important when you installing your pins, first of all they need to be dry. The holes for them supposed to be dry as it can be, and when you install it, make sure the one pin that have this rubber gasket as a reference, you can use yo over here, but they actually go on the bottom. So the one with the rubber seal goes to the bottom, the one that don't have seal, it goes to the top like that. But obviously let's go ahead and lube them. Okay, as I was cleaning this caliper, comes to find out that all this time I had a wrong brake pad. So make sure when you go to the store you get a proper brake pads. They do come with a proper brake caliper clips. So now I'm just going to simply remove these and we're gonna go ahead and put the new ones in. The only problem is these come with two different sizes, so make sure you put the proper size. The proper size for this specification will be 13.5 millimeter. So make sure you measure that properly and choose the proper one of these clips for your brake caliper bracket. And torque bolts to 25 foot-pound. Don't forget to install wear indicator or wear marker on your brake pads. You have 4, and each pad's supposed to have one of these, just like that. Alright, go ahead and install your pads with a sensor. Make sure the sensor is located on the top, because the wheel turn this way. So if you install, for example, the sensor over here on the bottom this way, over time the dirt will start accumulating here in this hole, and it might, you know, create more noise and stuff like that. So the rule of thumb, I always install these at the top, just like that. And now we just have one more install in the back of it. So you're wondering, where is the loop? Well, me installing the brakes for years, I learned that it's not really do anything by installing the here, because over time, over miles and miles, rains and water will eventually wash all this loop in this area, that area away, and it's also trapping dirt and dust in there, and it's actually don't do absolutely anything, and actually do more damage than just leaving them dry like this. I do install loop only on the pads itself here, and that's how I would recommend you to do. Now I already washed this brake caliper off the screen, so we just need to squeeze that. But before doing that, make sure you open your master cylinder cap. Alright, here's a quick tip for you that probably nobody going to teach you, but when you press your cylinder back into the caliper, make sure this rubber seal that goes around the cylinder pushed all the way back as well, because you can catch this rubber seal between the cylinder and the brake pad itself, and it's going to rip completely apart, and this is going to be really, really bad. So for you to push this back, you just simply have to lift this O-ring just a little bit to let the air, the trapped air out, and just simply push this back like that. Now you just need to tighten these bolts to 22 foot-pounds. Alright guys, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below, and as always, thank you for watching. Just do exactly the same thing with the passenger side. That's it. Don't forget to put your cap back on master cylinder when you're done.